On the day of June 22nd, during prayers, a devastating suicide bombing targeted Máralia's church in Christian neighborhood of Douala, Damascus. The attack resulted in the death of more than 25 people, including women and children, and left dozens injured. Official sources vaguely blamed ISIS, without specifying any group, and no organization including ISIS claimed responsibility. However, testimonies, footage, and local accounts point to a far more alarming conclusion. This attack was either facilitated or directly orchestrated by factions within the Syrian regime itself. Why the Syrian government is suspected. In the days and hours leading up to the attack, threatening flyers targeting Christians and labeling them as infidels were posted near the church and in surrounding alleys. Threatening graffiti stating, "Your turn is coming," appeared on the church wall. And also, "This is a holy land. There is no place for pigs." Yet, no effective preventive security measures were taken, despite the clear warnings. Radicalization within security forces. Multiple reports confirm the presence of Salafi jihadi ideology within certain branches of the Syrian security apparatus. Notably, Anas Khattab, who served as the Minister of Interior in Al-Jolani's provincial government, authored an extremist book titled The Crusader Alliance and the Mujahids of Al-Sham in 2014, which calls for violent jihad and suicide attacks. Videos circulated showing an Algerian jihadist known as Abu Ahmed al-Jazairi threatening Christians and Alawites in Syria with mass killings.
ما هو إلا قط السيف على رقابكم بإذن الله عز وجل. كنتوا تظنوا أنه خلاص سامحناكم إخوة في الوطن، ما في إخوة في الوطن، ما في إخوة في الوطن، مسألة عقيدة والولاء، البراء والولاء، ما في إخوة في الوطن. والله ما دمتم يا أيها النصارى ترفعون الصليب في دمشق وأيها النصيرية تقوموا والأقليات تقوموا بفوضى في سوريا، والله لن نترككم.
Another jihadi was demanding that Christians pay the jizya in exchange for sparing their lives.
إما أن تصدموا وإما الجزية وإما الحرب فإلا فوالله لقد جئتكم برجال يحبون الموت.
The jizya was a large sum of money that Christians and Jews used to pay to Muslims in the past in exchange for not being expelled or killed. Those radicalists moved freely within Damascus neighborhoods, never arrested or challenged by authorities. For several months now, Islamist cars of Al-Dawah al-Islamiyah, equipped with loudspeakers, have been circulating Christian districts in Damascus, especially near churches, broadcasting provocative messages urging conversion to Islam.
التفجير اللي صار نفسهم تبع السيارات المكبرات اللي كانت تجي قديمه على دويلة صارت سبب خلاف قديم مشكل بالزمانات. نفس الشاب اللي اجى باكستاني. انا كنت واقف على الزاويه انا والوالد يعني واقفين على الزاويه وقت اللي اجى وبلش يقوس على العالم قبل التفجير.
This activity continues unchecked, implying at least tacit state approval or tolerance. Recordings have surfaced indicating that members of the Syrian public security stationed at the church ignored the suicide bombers entering the premises.
قتل من برا وفاتوا فجأة جوا. ليش حاملين بوريد نحن ما قوصنا بأربعة؟ أنا معي روسية ليش ما قوصته؟ مبين إنه باكستاني واثنين غريبين، ليش ما قوصتهم بأرضهم؟ هربان هذا، ثاني هربان. يدوروا عليه.
Despite having the means to stop the attackers, including the option to open fire, they did nothing. Moreover, numerous social media pages affiliated with public security forces and their supporters praised the bombing, referring to the suicide bomber as a martyr destined for paradise. Hours after the bombing, the Syrian Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a directive prohibiting any diplomats or international observers from visiting the explosion sites without prior government approval. While there is no confirmed evidence that the government altered or erased physical evidence at the scene, this ban is widely viewed as an attempt to buy time and control the flow of information. All the evidence gathered, such as the pre-attack threats, the government's inaction, its association with radical clerics, the security forces in action, and the direct effort to control the narrative, strongly suggests that the Syrian regime bears direct or indirect responsibility for this bombing. Whether through deliberate complicity or strategic negligence, this act appears designed to silence Christian voices in Damascus, intimidate minorities into submission or exile, and deflect attention from internal instability by igniting sectarian fear. We demand an independent international investigation into the bombing of Máralias Church, accountability for security officials who ignored clear threats, including Anas Khattab, Minister of Interior in al-Jolani's government, an end to all state-sanctioned religious harassment of minorities in Syria. This wasn't merely a terrorist attack, it was a message, and the world must hold those who send it accountable.